Spells cannot be cast on the first turn of combat. Wait, what was this? When an enemy casts a spell in combat with you, you gain combat casting points and mana. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. Alright, so now that that's full, I wonder if the thing we took that gives us 50 affinity per turn, if it will then go to the next highest thing. This is 139, this is 125. Okay, so 139 Materium. So we'll see if that just shoots up. $1,200 combat power over there. Ugh. Material refinery research done. Okay. Deuterium refinery. Mana is still going down right now. Crit chance. Let's do Raise Undead. Wait, I think that one had another one? Did have another one. Okay, 139 Materium. We're gonna see if that goes up by more than 50 points. Okay, 3 turns on that siege. This swing knowledge. The fact that we're just bleeding mana right now is pretty rough. Like, even if the mana runs out, I can use Astral Echoes to cast spells. However, that doesn't help with unit upkeep. What is something productive these two can go do? There's something. Did you get more mana? I'm trying. They've brought over 2 armies to get ready to defend their city. And they have some T4 and T5 units. Really? Just retry it. Hey Mike, I'm looking to try out your druid build in the Yours 2 PvP rush. I've been enjoying watching you play it. Yours 2 efficiency does not share PvP equipment. If you remember, could you please advise which rune, sigils, amulet, relic you're using with your PvP build? I can check. Hang on. One sec. The process just... I tried to open Guild Wars real quick, but the process hung. Let's try that again. I'll have an answer for you in a minute. Not quite in snipe range yet. Snipe that. Tonic. Try to stun this. It resisted. Cleric's Favor. Let's see, lobby. Alright, killed the enemy nymph. Alright. Person who wanted my PvP build. Hope you're paying attention. Alright. Lately, I was doing Sage Amulet, Relic of the Wayfinder, Rune of the Dolyak, Short Bow with Cleansing and Agony, Staff with Transference and Cleansing. That is the build. Pets are Land Shark and Wolf, but the second pet, I've been experimenting a lot with it. This build, in some ways, works better with Wilderness Survival instead of Beast Mastery, but that's what the build was the last time I played it. Okay. Gosh, this wolf is taking so much to kill. There we go. What is this? Oh. Turn. Got kind of lucky. They had another unit back here, a Tide Spirit, but it's been getting frozen over and over and over by just bad rolls with the winter stuff. Hugely appreciated, thank you. Sure thing. One enemy left. Turn. Thanks, Smuck, for talking about Amalgam. Started using it now, World World. It's a lot of fun to just rip Reapers out of their shroud and finish them in 2 seconds. Maybe not a good idea to use my PvE builds at World World like I did before. Yeah. A tier 3 Tide Spirit would be nice, but it almost certainly has a mana upkeep, and our mana's already negative, so I'm gonna have to dismiss that. Alright, we can get a new tome now. That's a new one. Tome of the Weaver. Never seen this before. Units in a 2-hex radius have a chance of becoming immobilized for 1 turn. Gain 2 remorse. Dread Hunters, enchanted units gain Demoralizer. Attacks deal plus 20% damage against immobilized or frozen targets. Conjure Weaver Spiders. Conjure 2 Weaver Spiders on target and adjacent hex. Priest of the Weave. A support unit that can rebirth dead units as spiders and transfer negative effects from friendlies to enemies. Spider's Embrace. Target race weaves themselves with spiders, gaining the spider unit type. Fast movement. Base attacks gain a base 30% chance of inflicting immobilize. Increase for single shot attacks. That's new. Let's try it.
My with the weaver spider spins a deadly trap, waits for her prey and strikes a sudden rap. Puppet out a victim and ponder out the gain, and with the weaver spider spins her schemes again.
Okay. Mug, is Warrior good for a starting Lord? It's fine. My favorite starting Lord is Ritualist because you can get an AoE heal at level 2, and then you basically you can start fights with your army like half health and heal them up by the time the enemy gets there. So it lets you fight more often without having to spend turns resting and healing. But a warrior, would be more damage, so the fight would be shorter, so you would take less damage. So it can be good if played right. Teleporters gain 15 mana income. I've got 2 teleporters right now, so that'd be 30. That would get me out of the bleeding mana thing. Throne City gains 5 gold and 5 mana for each magic material your empire has access to. How many magic materials do I have? There's 1 there. Maybe 1? I might have 1. Okay, so that would not be amazing. Alright, let's do, oh yeah, I didn't load. Let's see, 139. This is 145. Okay, no. So, taking this, gain 50 affinity points per turn in the branch of your highest affinity. And I can't change it. So, it maxed this out really quick, but now it's not doing anything for the others unless I can change what my highest affinity is. I wonder if your highest affinity were all tied, what would happen? Would you get 50 to everything? Alright, Teleportation Mastery. And that's in the positive now. 2 turns until the siege breaks in. Chat, if you'll give me a minute, I'm gonna put my dishes away from lunch so my office doesn't look like Asmon's. I will be alright back. Okay. Sorry about the wait. Family just got home from an appointment and I was asking them how it went. Alright, you two. So they, because of the winter stuff, they cannot recover health this turn. What if they're in the city? Can they recover health in the city? Yes, yes they can. An obelisk. Library, Arcane Institute. Alright, I think this city cannot possibly grow anymore. It's filled up the underground cavern it was in. So at this point, getting more food for this area is kind of pointless, so we want to replace some of these farms with quarries. What are boosted buildings? A boosted building basically has a reduced cost and reduced time to build it. So, for example, this blacksmith says if you build 2 quarries, it'll be boosted. And if it's boosted, it would be like, I think, half the time and half the cost. Alright, let's do a save here. Oh, man. Can I do better than that? So that's losing the War Golem. But they have multiple T5s, so I'm just wondering, can I do better than that? I'm gonna try. They have ballistas. Yeah, some units just charging out too. Sap strength, weakened. Alright, Hex on one of the T5 things. That stuff. Right. Oh, where's the wild speaker at? There he is. Conjuring wall. Ice spiders. I should see some regen ticks. There we go. Alright. War Golem's up to like 80% health now. And they could just like get frozen? Dude, all these... Dude, I just noticed all this stuff over here. Oh my god. Cannot mind control the big deer thing. Nice, got to immobilize on it. Tonic to get rid of the debuffs. Ice web.